DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: Trinidad and Tobago's Minister for Trade and Industry says her 29-member team of businessmen and women, which arrived in Dominica this week, is satisfied with the outcome. News from the regional scene: Grenada and China have signed 13 cooperation agreements, marking a hugely significant milestone in their diplomatic relations. And news from the international scene: the U.S. President Donald Trump has put all U.S. government diversity staff on paid leave starting immediately. The details of the morning news right after this.
Ho, ho, ho! Soft Weave has something special for you. Introducing Soft Weave's new Christmas design paper towel. Now this is your chance to win big for the season. Purchase Soft Weave's Christmas design paper towels and get a chance to win one of 9 amazing prizes. Prizes include $1,000 cash, $500 cash, shopping vouchers, hams, and turkeys. Ho, ho, ho! So hurry now. Grab your Soft Weave Christmas design paper towels and win big. Make this season merry and mess-free. Soft Weave Christmas Edition. Promotion ends January 31st. See in stores for details.
Terms and conditions apply.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. The news this morning is brought to listeners through the kind compliments of Fine Foods Inc., Petro Caribe, and HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story. Trinidad and Tobago's Minister for Trade and Industry, Paula Gopiskun, says her 29-member team of businessmen and women, which arrived in Dominica this week, is satisfied with the outcome. The Trinidad Trade Mission is being hosted by the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce, the DAIC.
It's a pleasure to be in Dominica. We've brought with us a 29-member team strong of business persons representing 19 businesses. We think that this is a good destination for continuing to do further business. It is our duty as business persons to try to explore new markets and to have a greater market presence into those markets where we don't have a strong foothold. I would say Dominica is perhaps of that type. There are some goods that are offered in your supermarkets. However, we think that we'd like to see more Trinidad and Tobago's goods in Dominica. So for us, it has been very good. There have been a number of business-to-business meetings. I am here as Minister of Trade and Industry to also have meetings with the Minister with responsibility for Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and Energy, and of course also the Minister with responsibility for Agriculture. And for us it has really gone well, but we know that it can only do well with two things. One, better connectivity, for which we are also having discussions with the two shipping lines that are that service us at this time, and which would be Tropical Shipping, and also the other one, the name escapes me now. But at the same time, apart from that, the other thing that we want to see is whether or not we can have some of Dominica's inputs into our manufacturing.
And that's Trinidad and Tobago's Minister for Trade and Industry, Paula Gupsiscoon. She says the opportunities for greater collaboration between businessmen in Dominica and Trinidad are exciting.
Dominica produces a lot of vegetables and so on, produce like dashings and so on, which we have some of coming in from this source. But they also do some pulps I believe, in passion fruit and so on. So we do manufacture quite a bit of beverages, and so we think that will be a good input into the beverages. We also do utilize sea moss, and I know that you grow a lot of sea moss here, so this is a good source. I'll tell you that one of our manufacturers imports sea moss from as far as Vietnam, and so why not? I think we can. I think you will be competitive, and once we get in the quality that is acceptable, we can take sea moss from here. And of course, we want to explore also the imports of garlic and turmeric and so on. Into our markets and into the market fresh as it is, but also into the manufacturing process as well. Generally, I think there's a lot to explore in terms of business opportunities, and as well on the reverse, we have to ensure that there's reciprocity in terms of the business that we do.
And that's Trinidad and Tobago's Minister for Trade and Industry, Paula Gupsiscoon. Well, President of the Dominica Manufacturers Association, John Robin.
First of all, I think it's a brilliant initiative by the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, and especially the fact that they brought with them the Minister of Trade, who basically stayed with them throughout the process. And I think that it's a leading initiative, not only for us, the Manufacturing Association in the Eastern Caribbean, but throughout CARICOM. I think also that the interaction between the manufacturers and the traders in Dominica provide the possibilities for increased trading between Dominica and Trinidad. We are very concerned about intra-CARICOM trade, which is the trade between the CARICOM countries, increasing. And I think this is the first step. As a former president of the Caribbean Manufacturing Association, we have been advocating for that. And I think also that we need to continue to encourage those type of initiatives. And I would also hope that it does not stop here, but we can, from Dominica, we can go to Trinidad to attend some of the annual exhibition, annual trade shows and so on. And that we can strengthen the partnership, the relationship between Dominica manufacturers and maybe the manufacturers over in Trinidad for strategic undertaking. And also, we think that a lot of the product from Trinidad are produced over there cheaper because they have the raw material, the packaging material, the ingredients, and they are producing at a larger scale. So for the traders that are buying the product in Dominica, it will be much cheaper for them.
And that's the president of the Dominica Manufacturers Association, John Robin. China's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Chu Myung-ming, has pointed to the excellent relations which exist between the two countries. His statement came during the prize-giving ceremony of the Dominica-China 20th Anniversary Arts Competition for schools. The prize-giving ceremony took place at the Chinese Embassy yesterday morning.
Since the establishment of diplomatic relations 21 years ago, China and Dominica have always respected each other and treated each other as equals. With increasingly stronger political mutual trust, vigorous exchanges and cooperation in various fields, and increasingly deepening friendship between the two peoples, China-Dominica relations have become a good example of South-South cooperation. Of course, the cooperation is fruitful and reflected in the children's drawings. I'm delighted to find out that the Dominica-China Friendship Hospital the Windsor Park National Stadium and West Coast Road appear many times. And I believe we can truly say that our genuine friendship is witnessed by those mentioned facilities and deeply rooted in children's heart. Children are the future of the country and also represent the future of friendly relations between China and Dominica. Our friendship enjoys extensive public support as a solid foundation and calls for joint efforts from all of us. Let us join hands and create more opportunities for exchange between the children of our two countries, thus to promote the inheritance and development of our friendship.
And that's China's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Chu Myung-ming. Meanwhile, students of the Dominica State College, the Dominica Grammar School, and Salibia Primary excelled in the arts competition.
Primary, first place, Adia Duran from Salibia Primary School. Second place, Tika Coffee from the Lighthouse Christian Academy. Third place, Dylan Barron from Petit Savan Primary. Secondary category, we had Jacinta Matthews in first place, Dominica Grammar School. Second place, Kayla Sylvester, Dominica Grammar School. And third place, Renee Talbert, Dominica Grammar School. Dominica State College took first, second, and third place as well. So first place went to Dinelle Henry. Second place, Felina Juni. And third place, Hadassah Constant.
And that's Queen Thomas, president of the Dominica-China Friendship Association. Dominica Grammar School student Jacinta Matthew says she's honored to have taken part in the arts competition.
My inspiration to say was that my thought was friendship had no borders. Like there's a lot of wars going around the world and we can just be together and be friends. And so that was what I thought when I saw the competition. I love painting. Painting calms me. Like I feel like I'm in another world. I feel like I'm in my zone. And for people that maybe don't know what calms them yet, try out painting. Because people say it takes a lot of patience. I very much encourage it because honestly, when I heard about it, I thought, okay, maybe second place, third place. But when I got the call, first place, my mother was more excited than me. She was jumping up and down. But I couldn't even put it into words how excited I was and happy that my arts got recognized and that I got recognized.
And that's the Dominica Grammar School student, Jacinta Matthew. Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Robert Gies, says the arts competition shows the bonds of friendship which exist between the People's Republic of China and Dominica.
The Dominica-China Friendship Art Competition, which is a joint initiative between the Dominica-China Friendship Association and the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, has provided a unique platform for students to explore, understand, and creatively express the bonds of friendship between our two nations. This initiative, which forms part of the 20th anniversary celebrations of our bilateral relations, is a fine example of how culture and education can bridge distances and deepen mutual respect. The Ministry of Education is particularly pleased to note the broad participation in this competition. And we had students from primary school, secondary schools, and the Dominica State College. This participation reflects the enthusiasm and creativity of our youth and their ability to engage with complex themes such as friendship, international friendship, and cooperation. This year marks 2 decades since Dominica and the People's Republic of China formally established diplomatic ties. Over these 20 years, we have witnessed remarkable collaboration in areas critical to Dominica's development, areas such as health, education, sports, and infrastructure. In the wake of Hurricane Maria, the support of the People's Republic of China was particularly impactful. The swift and generous assistance played a crucial role in our recovery efforts.
And that's the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education, Robert Geest. The Dominica Business Forum says it is pleased that the government of Dominica has accepted an invitation to take part in a public discussion on the electoral reform bills that are awaiting the second and third readings before Parliament. The discussion will be held at the Public Service Union building at 6 o'clock this evening. It will feature contributions from the government of Dominica, the Dominica Bar Association, and the Electoral Reform Coalition, among others.
We at the Dominica Business Forum, we are poised at creating environments, forum where people can discuss. And when I say people, I mean people from both sides of the political spectrum, in an environment that is absolutely free from hostility and everything that is necessary to have a conducive conversation. Based on our concerns, the Dominica Business Forum Inc. has invited representatives of various private sector, civil society organizations and government to participate in a public discussion on the electoral bill's considerations for second and third readings in Parliament. And the DBF Inc. is encouraging the various media networks for live broadcasts as a public information service to the nation. So we invite people from all walks of life who have their concerns and who wish to share to join us at the DPSU. And come with a spirit of sharing, come with a spirit to listen, come with a spirit of being able to identify and participate in a conversation where we need to identify our loopholes or our weaknesses. Come with the spirit of contributing, not with a spirit of hostility.
And that's the president of the Dominica Business Forum, Daryl Bob. News from the region now. Grenada and China have signed 13 cooperation agreements, marking a hugely significant milestone in their diplomatic relations. The agreements spanning sectors such as agriculture, energy, renewable energy, arts, culture, tourism, and the blue economy come as the two nations celebrate 20 years since the resumption of diplomatic relations. Grenada says the agreements are expected to have a substantial impact on its economy. Finally, this morning, U.S. President Donald Trump has put all U.S. government diversity staff on paid leave starting immediately. After his inauguration on Monday, the president signed a number of executive actions. He's been defending his decision to pardon nearly 1,600 supporters charged in connection with the U.S. Capitol riot in 2021, saying their lives have been ruined. He has been considering imposing a 10% tariff on imports of Chinese-made goods as soon as possible. Mr. Trump said that could come into effect sometime next week. Well, that's how we'll end the DBS Morning News. Don't go away. The sports report comes up shortly.
Not only does it make your white the cleanest and brightest, the benefits of using Clean and White bleach are endless. The sterilizing property of Clean and White bleach is beneficial for several household purposes. Clean and White bleach has the ability to remove mold and mildew from hard surfaces, serve as a disinfectant for household items like your kitchen and bathroom area, and even your baby's toys. Clean and White bleach is available in various sizes at Fine Food. Call 617-6342 or order on Click and Collect your Clean and White bleach today. Clean and White bleach available at Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso. The annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. West Indies women suffered a batting meltdown as they crashed to a defeat to Bangladesh in the second one-day in St. Kitts last night. Bangladesh were bowled out for 184 batting first. Sultana Jyoti made 68, Karishma 4 for 33, Aliyah Aline 3 for 24. The West Indies chasing 185 never really got going and they were quickly reduced to 64 for 5 before being dismissed for 124. Shamil Campbell, she top scored with 28 and Hayley Matthews got 16. Bangladesh won by 60 runs. The three-match series is leveled at 1 game apiece. The third and final one-day is on Friday. Amia Gilbert and the West Indies under-19 team will be in desperate need of points tonight as they continue their campaign in the under-19 World Cup. The Windies have lost their first 2 matches. They are sitting in third place in Group A without any points. India and Sri Lanka top the group with 4 points each. The Windies ladies must win tonight's match against the host country Malaysia. The top 3 teams in each group will advance to the Super 6 stage of the tournament. The West Indies will play Malaysia at 10:30 tonight, Caribbean time. The St. Mary's Academy and the Castlebrooke Secondary School will be hoping for championship glory as the two sides meet in the finals of the Sports Division Secondary Schools Under-15 tournament today at Benjamin's Park. Coach of the Castlebrooke Secondary School, Delroy Watt, says his school will be looking to close out on their solid run in the tournament with a win in the finals. Castlebrooke Secondary School scored a win in the earlier round of the competition over the St. Mary's Academy, but Coach Watt says the team won't be taking things for granted.
Well, we met them a couple of weeks ago, Gavin, and we would have defeated them, I believe, 6-0. But tomorrow is another game, another day. And as we know, football is played on the day. So yes, In order for Casperos to be successful in the finals, I believe communication would be key. Our movement on and off the ball, of course, keeping in shape and remaining tactically disciplined. All right. The players were asked to do certain things in all four moments of the game, Gavin, in defense, attack, transition from attack to defense, and of course, transition from defense to attack. And I believe if these players can go out and execute what was asked for them, what they have been practicing, what they have been playing all throughout this season, because really and truly, we have had an excellent season in the Casper Secondary School in this year's tournament. We went undefeated in the under 15 category, hence we are in the finals tomorrow against SMA. But exciting football match tomorrow. I know our players will go out and represent themselves, their school, their communities, their families.
And that's the coach of the Casabro Secondary School, Delroy Watt. Well, that final will take place today at the Benjamin Park. Meantime, coach of St. Mary's Academy team, Marconi Louis, says his team is ready for today's game.
Yes, the team is pretty much pumped up. We are ready for the finals. If you remember, that's the same team that the under 14 played with last year. We went to the finals, and this year we're repeating at the under 15 level. So we are pretty much ready. The game is pretty much one of mental. Once we get our boys to be mentally ready for the game, there is no reason why we should not come out on top for these finals against Casibros.
How would you describe the team's performance leading up to the finals?
Yes, throughout the entire competition, SMA went through basically undefeated. The only team that defeated them indeed was the Casibros Secondary School. So out of our 6 games, we won 5 out of 6. The boys have the ability and good performances. We have individual players, like Che Etienne and Lamari Frederick and Zane Thomas. Just to name a few, we have a lot of experience on the team because the boys have been playing football for a while. So we expect it to be a very competitive game in the final.
What for you do you think would be the keys to victory tomorrow?
Well, we basically have to play a solid defensive game and materialize on our scoring opportunities. We have to score to win, but I think the defense and the defense in the midfield have a lot to do with the game. And hopefully tomorrow everything will click and we'll play as one unit from the defense to the midfield to the strikers and just ensure that everything gel tomorrow.
And that's the coach of the St. Mary's Academy team, Marconi Louis, speaking to Joseph Fadul. Again, that final to take place at Benjamin's Park today. Dominica State College picked up an easy win over the PHL Secondary School as matches continued Tuesday in the Sports Division Secondary School's netball tournament at the PHL Secondary School ground in Granby. The State College took the match 46-26. Scoring for the Dominica State College were Nyabel Paquette, 27 goals from 31 tries, Akila Daisy, 19 goals from 24 attempts, while scoring for the PHL Secondary School, Sharika Hillier, 23 goals from 33 tries. Meantime, there were 2 wins for Isaiah Thomas Secondary School in the Sports Division organized Secondary School's volleyball tournament on Tuesday. Isaiah Thomas Secondary School girls beat the Casibro Secondary School girls in straight sets 25-13, 25-17, 27-25, while the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School boys beat Casibros in straight sets as well, 25-8, 25-17, 25-20. In other results, Dominica Grammar School girls beat the Portsmouth Secondary School by 3-1, while the Portsmouth Secondary School boys beat the Dominica Grammar School 3-1. Matches continue on Thursday. The Dominica Football Association, DFA, has taken a decision to play the remainder of the Division 1 semi-final match between DSFC and the Do It Center Mighty Avengers this Thursday at the DFA Technical Center. The semi-final match between the two teams has twice been postponed since the disciplinary committee ruled that the game should be continued. The game ended prematurely back in November last year following a bottle throwing incident. The disciplinary committee in its ruling also suspended 2 players from the DSFC team for 6 games, and 2 others had to write letters of apology to the DFA president or face a 3-game ban. However, 2 attempts to play the match last week were unsuccessful. On Thursday, the match official was not present since there was inadequate security for Sunday's attempt. DFA Public Relations Officer Abby Lawrence says all necessary steps have been taken ahead of Thursday's game to ensure that the game is played. Meanwhile, DFA President Glenn Etienne says the delay is causing some problems for the DFA.
Well, yeah, it's hurting the FA because we should have closed up this season already, and that is holding us back. I mean, what we can do now is, well, we have no choice but to extend the transfer window for the days lost in January. We'll add it further down in the month of February. But it definitely, like you said, hurting the FA because we have the 9th place team in the Premier that must play the runner-ups of Division 1, and that game has to take place also. So there's about 3 games to play.
And that's the president of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne. The winner of Thursday's match will meet St. Joseph FC in the finals on Sunday. The loser of Thursday's match will play the RC Doctors in the 3rd place match, also on Sunday. Finally, this morning, some volleyball news. President of the R&D's Volleyball Academy, Robert Geese, is hoping the Academy's donation of volleyball equipment to the Convent High School and the St. Mary's Academy will go a long way towards the development of the sport at the school. The Academy partnered with the WASCO to make the presentation possible. Geese says the donation is timely and reflective of the Academy's commitment to giving back to the schools who've been integral to its journey.
R&D's Volleyball Academy is pleased to make a presentation of volleyball equipment to the Convent High School and the St. Mary's Academy's volleyball program. We are handing over 2 poles, 1 net, and 6 volleyballs each. We thank the WASCO for the sponsorship of the poles. This donation is timely and reflects our commitment to giving back to the schools where our journey actually started. When we launched in 2023, our mission was to develop volleyball at the grassroots level. Convent and SMA have always supported our academy by providing an alternative venue to train both our clubs and the students from the academy, and for that we are grateful. R&D's Volleyball Club currently has 3 teams registered to take part in this year's DAVA National League.
And that's the president of the R&D's Volleyball Academy, Robert Geese. That too is a look at the DBS Morning News and Sports. We'll bring you a news update at 11 o'clock this morning, another major newscast at 1:15. Let's remind you, 11 o'clock this morning on the program Creole Heartbeat, the ambassador Leroy Waddick-Charles will bring in the Dominican artist who's been making waves around the Caribbean, Trilogy. You don't want to miss Creole Heartbeat 11 this morning. Ambassador Leroy Waddick-Charles and Trilogy will be in the house here at DBS Radio. Well, that's how we'll end news and sports. On behalf of the news and sports departments and our link person, Hazari Williams, Curtis Matthew saying good morning.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
Rudolph Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. It's now 7:36 on Your Nature Isle. Of course, you are tuned to International Broadcaster DBS Radio. Up next, well, coming up shortly, your morning's weather report. Just before we bring you your morning's weather report, would like to remind you of your Kananaga word of the day for today. And that's the Kananaga word for container. And that's eke. Eke. E-K-E. Eke. Container in Kananago. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:47 for another edition of your Kananaga Word of the Day here on your nation station, DBS Radio. Up next, your morning's weather report, made possible compliments the good folks of Big Edge Financial and Flow, Dominica Limited.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
At this time, we say good morning to Dervon Matthew with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather update from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for the 22nd of January 2025, recorded at 7 a.m. The weather today is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy at times with scattered showers. The current conditions at the Douglas Charles Airport: cloudy with light showers and variable surface winds at 2 knots or 4 km per hour. The present temperature, 23 degrees Celsius or 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall was 2.9 millimeters and the monthly rainfall so far is 109.4 millimeters. The sun will set at 5:59 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 6:36 a.m. The high tide today will be at 9 o'clock a.m. and 11:15 p.m. and the next low tide will be at 4:51 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles: unstable conditions associated with a frontal trough is expected to affect the island during the next 24 hours. Additionally, low-level convergence due to high wind speeds generated by the presence of a high-pressure system is expected to result in an increase in cloudiness with scattered showers during the period. Breezy to windy conditions will persist across the region during the next few days. Moderate seas are expected to continue during the next 24 to 48 hours, with waves expected to peak to near 8 feet along the eastern and western coastlines. All sea users and people living near to or traversing coastal areas are advised to be on alert and to continue to take the necessary precautions. Sea bathers are advised to stay out of the water. The synopsis: unstable conditions are approaching the area. The forecast for today and tonight: partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy at times with scattered showers. The winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 35 km per hour with higher gusts. The sea conditions being moderate in open water and the waves 1.5 to 2.5 meters or 5 to 8 feet. A small craft warning remains in effect for above normal seas and high winds. For more information about the weather conditions, visit the website at www.weather.gov.dm or call us at 266-4490. For further information, you can like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, or add our WhatsApp channel at 618-3469. Reporting from the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Devon Matthew.
And we thank Dervon Matthew for this morning's weather report, made possible. Compliments Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face, at least when it comes to your waning finances. You've got the edge, help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan. Big Edge, cash in a flash.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS Radio.
19 minutes before 8. Up next, we present the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board. Made possible compliments Valley Engineering, Sales and Services, and the Central Cooperative Credit Union.
Central Cooperative Credit Union is encouraging all members to update their accounts. Members, please present the following at any of our 2 branches. Valid picture ID. This could be a passport, Dominica Social Security card, government-issued ID, such as driver's license or state ID. Proof of address, reflecting your name and current address. This document could be a utility bill, hire purchase document, bank statement, bank reference letter, employment letter, or driver's license. Where your driver's license is presented as a proof of address, you will need to present your passport or Dominica Social Security card as identification. While you are at the branch of your choice, please take the opportunity to update the beneficiary to your account. The purpose of this is to ensure that upon your death, the person whom you so desire will get the proceeds to your account. Please visit our Goodwill or Portsmouth branch today. Our friendly and efficient staff are waiting to serve you.
And now, your community bulletin board.
Applications are invited from suitably qualified individuals for the position of Airport Manager at the Dominica Air and Seaports Authority, DASPA. Requirements: bachelor's degree or higher in administration, finance, or other related field. A thorough knowledge of airport operations. Minimum of 5 years experience in a managerial position. Knowledge of air traffic control operations would be an asset. Strong oral and written communication skills. A mature individual who demonstrates a high level of integrity and discipline. Core functions: the airport manager will have the responsibility to plan, direct, and coordinate the day-to-day operations of the airport, maintain and update information on international civil aviation standards and regulations, and to provide such services as required to the traveling public, airline operators, and other stakeholders in the